Shimmering, Splendid, where I review Walt Disney World rides and attractions. Today I'm going to be reviewing my very first Animal Kingdom attraction, Kali River Rapids. Now this ride was an opening day attraction, so it's been running since 1999 and it hasn't lost its steam since then. So Kali River Rapids is basically just your average raft ride, similar to Grizzly River Rapids at California Adventure or any other raft ride that you would find at Six Flags or any independent amusement park. What gives it that Disney touch is its story. You're going through the Kali River tour, and as you're going along the nice calm waters, you come across these illegal loggers, and they've messed up the environment so badly that that's why the rapids exist. So the purpose of a raft ride is to get wet, and Kali really delivers on this purpose. You can get more soaked on this ride than any other raft ride that I've ever encountered. The problem is you have to be sitting in just the right seat for that to happen. This is a great ride to ride with friends because it's a fun little gamble about who's going to get that seat, who's going to be the one going backwards down the drop and get that huge wave splashed over them. It's usually not me. In fact, it's never been me. That's the problem with this ride. Aside from that big drop, there's actually not a lot of other places to get wet on this ride. So you're either going to walk away uncomfortably soaked or really just as dry as you walked on. And that's the thing I take issue with. I've never been in the seat that gets completely soaked. So I've waited over an hour getting sunburn and getting more hot to get on a ride to cool down and walked away completely dry. Maybe I'm just jealous that it's never been me. Although the people who do get completely soaked are usually then complaining about how wet and cold they are for the next hour. A good raft ride gives you multiple opportunities to get wet. You've got rapids big enough to splash over the side, or the ride maneuvers your raft into a corner to get splashed, or you've got geysers shooting from either side. And Kali just really doesn't have those. It's a long wait for the big drop, and then a long wait for the next splash, which never comes. The ride's just over. There are a few little elephants shooting water, but they're really easy to avoid, and if you don't have kids at the end shooting water guns at you, if you didn't hit that big drop, you're not getting wet. The overall complaint about this ride is that it's short, and I don't know that it's necessarily short. It's a good 4 minutes long. It just doesn't have a lot in it. If it had more ways to get wet, it would probably be more fun. And as far as Disney rides are concerned, it's really low on theme. Aside from a few cut trees and a logging truck that looks like it's going to fall into the water, there's really not a lot to tell the story. It certainly doesn't hold its own against a ride like Expedition Everest, which is full of theme. My overall impression is try to ride the ride if you can, but you might want to try to do it earlier in the day or later in the evening to avoid the big lines. Now, that's not the most appealing time because the hottest part of the day is in the afternoon, but that's when everybody's going to be riding this ride, and it's just not worth a 60-minute wait. Get a locker for your valuables because they could get soaked, and Disney does offer free lockers right near the entrance. And don't wear a poncho. If you're going on a water ride, be okay with getting wet. It's fine. Now, I know some people are going to disagree with me on this, but I'm going to give this ride 3 out of 10 wet riders because that's about how many people are going to get wet in one raft. I know the raft actually holds 12. Just go with me on this. So what do you think? Am I being too hard on Kali River Rapids, or is it just not the best example of a raft ride? I tend to hold it to a higher standard because this is a ride that appears in every amusement park, and I kind of expect more of Disney. Let me know in the comments below what you think. And if you like my reviews, feel free to like and subscribe, and check back every Thursday for another shining, shimmering, splendid review.